The tussle in Belize between public sector unions and the Belizean government continues as the unions persist with strike action while negotiations on cost-saving measures in the public sector are being held. The country's public service union intends to keep its members off the job this week, as does the National Teachers Union. The PSU says it will picket Tuesday's cabinet meeting and hold several other activities this week aimed at disseminating information and showing strength. The impasse began when the government announced its intention to implement a 10% pay cut and a 3-year increment freeze for public sector workers in an attempt to cut costs in the face of a national budget on which the COVID-19 pandemic has wreaked havoc. The union said that years of suggestions for cost-cutting measures to the government had gone unheeded and that they would not accept pay cuts while other viable options remain to be implemented. The government agreed to explore those options, and last week 3 draft bills were presented at the negotiating table. The unions will take the draft whistleblowers legislation, draft asset recovery legislation, and draft campaign financing legislation back to their members for discussion. They will also ask their members to consider a promissory note from the government that would make up for the salary cuts. This Thursday, the unions will return to the negotiating table with feedback on these items for the government of Belize. Union heads say that while their membership is opposed to the pay cuts and the freezing of increments, getting long-awaited good governance improvements as well as future recompense might make the cost-cutting measures easier to bear.